Tonight, from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
Nightfall in Minneapolis in December usually spells freezing temps, and that is precisely the case outside these walls. But we are a comfortable 72 degrees inside U.S. Bank Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in. Offense will get another shot at it as they quickly head back onto the field. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. First down, here's the run with Cook. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Cook, the ball carrier.
There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. He was able to topple the 200-yard mark and a rushing touchdown for good measure.
And what I found surprising, all those yards he accumulated, only found the end zone one
just
time.
once.
That doesn't even seem fair.
But still, the 200-yard mark, something he can always carry in his back pocket. 7 yards there and a first down. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. Justin Matabike there to bring him down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens 34. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
On first down, Cook gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he'll get into the end. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, 34 yards. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script.
And we drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. So able to break through the initial contact and then down right near the 25. Calais Campbell on the stop.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Carrier.
2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Yeah, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep. Middle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
44-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Incomplete on the deep ball. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. And now it's second down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now here's a throw. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 31-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves to James.
31-yard line.
They'll run on first down. It's Cook. And he's going to get this one down to the 30.
On the carry.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Gun. They'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 13-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Late in the season now, MVP chatter starts, and he might be on the fringe. This is always an award that goes quarterback, running back, usually quarterback. A lot of bias. Does he deserve consideration?
He more than deserves consideration because the way the game is played in the NFL now, it's a pass-first league, right? So that means that people are going to adjust their defenses for him each and every week, and he's still putting up big-time numbers. I know the quarterbacks, the running backs get it, but he should be firmly in the race for MVP.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Dalvin Cook with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8-ball.
You got to make sure to just hold in there.
All right, the offense back on the field here. Let's see what they can do on this play. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open here, Adam Thielen. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long.
So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. They start the drive with Cook. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Coming right, this is Cook on the toss play. He'll have a first down past the 40. The 40. The 20. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got it at the 15. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. On the ground, it's Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And that rushing touchdown. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Matt Judon in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Calais Campbell in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. On the punt, no return, and the Ravens, they'll take over. The Ravens ready to take over. starting the third quarter with Cook. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter. I haven't met a defense coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job. Hold him to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on first down. They run it again with Cook. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. This offense, #1 in the NFL in picking up first downs, and their run game got him another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up first downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Receiver downfield. Offense.
Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Lets it fly for Thielen. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Vikings. Thielen with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player. Offense gets set to take over. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Cook following the penalty. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Again, it's Cook. Cook able to escape. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 70 yards. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Well, I'm just not sure what more we can say about him after that one.
But we're certainly going to give it a try, aren't we? Because I believe we're watching greatness.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Back to throw now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
On second down, it's Cook. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Number 33.
The second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They need to make up some ground, and they did.
And that is incomplete.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. Now the offense back out onto the field as they'll take over here in the final minute of this third quarter. They'll look to throw here on first down. Lets it fly for Thielen. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, just...
So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. They'll look to throw now on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
And 10.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Jefferson, his 25th touchdown, tying him at So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Lets it fly for Thielen. He's got him in, complete. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on to it at second down. Pressure too much. Down he goes. Chuck Clark in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Lets it fly for Thielen. But he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
And to keep it in, they did. They kept it in. It's down to close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent.
So following the fumble, this offense will get another shot at it as they quickly head back onto the field. On 1st down, Cook, even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stops short of the 30.
He was brought down.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cook. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from walking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On the carry, it's Cook. He'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown. Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. That one looks like he'll throw here. Lets it fly for Thielen. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen with touchdown number 20. Big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys are just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Vikings, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, it's just their third loss as they